overall to the Cleveland Cavaliers. They decide not to trade him, at least not for now. Darius Garland now going to be paired with your former player in Colin Sexton.
Yeah, it'd be interesting if they keep this pick, because it is an interesting pick. Obviously, both of those guys can play together. They both can play on and off the ball. People forget that Darius Garland, dad Winston Garland, played in the NBA for about 7 years. So he definitely has NBA basketball in his blood. But this is a kid that's got to prove that he can stay healthy. But playing with Colin Sexton on the floor together, a lot of speed, great ball handlers. Both guys can knock down the three-point shot. Colin became a much more efficient three-point shooter in the second half of the NBA season. This kid, Darius, is a great playmaker. But also when one guy is resting, the other guy can run the second unit. So it's going to be a great duo, especially if Cleveland holds on to this pick.
Garland, to some, they're like, who is this kid? Because we didn't get to see him. He played 5 games, unfortunately suffered a torn meniscus in late November. 6'2", 175. He's been compared to Damian Lillard with the little jitter step there. He's arguably one of the best players in the draft that we really didn't talk about coming into this draft, and here he is going 5th overall. The Cavaliers, this is a really good pick for the Cavaliers and getting Garland to team up with Sexton.
It's fascinating because I wouldn't have taken Garland in this spot. I think Jarrett Culver's the better player there. But potentially you're going to do this. If they don't ship the pick, Hakeem and Avery made good points here. Let's wait and see if this is going to wind up getting moved here before the night's over. But Garland, if he winds up being the kind of player they think that he could be, a top 5 level player, a longtime starter in the NBA, maybe you bring him in to help out Colin Sexton. Colin Sexton is still, is he a pure point guard? No. But he is an aggressive, confident personality. I'm not saying we're going to have a clash here, so to speak, but it's not the most ideal pick. I think Kobe White potentially could be an even better pro than Darius Garland, but NBA evaluators, they love falling in love with what they don't know. And Garland has a lot of promise, not a lot of tape, not a lot of evidence here. This is a little bit of a surprise for me.
This is the 5th straight pick that I've had. It matches up with my latest mock draft. So I will give it an A, because you cannot draft Zion Williamson with the 5th pick. You can only draft the best available prospect with the 5th pick, and in my opinion, it was Darius Garland. And there might be a larger lesson here between Darius Garland and Romeo Langford. Darius Garland got hurt very early in the season and might have even helped himself with NBA draft people, because he's a top 5 pick, and I'm not sure anybody on, say, November 1st had him projected that way. Meantime, Romeo Langford was everybody's top 10. It took a hand injury early on, continued to play through it, whereas Darius Garland shut it down, didn't shoot a good percentage, and now Romeo Langford likely to go outside of the top 10, maybe outside of the top 15. It'll be interesting to see what prospects do next year. Darius Garland just got rewarded for shutting it down after 5 games. Maybe that's the right thing to do.